So now my issue is we went through it and we executed the loads and all of this stuff, but I don't want to have to do that every single time. Is there something you could do so it's fully automated from now on?
I see. Let's take a look to our current jobs we have created. So I turn back to my, I go back to my web, Jedox web, and we are in jobs. We have currently only two jobs, the dimension dynamic and the dimension static. And yeah, as before, we had to execute them separately, but we have a cube load now also. And I would like to do this. You requested a fully automated building or even a nightly update. So I need a third job now. So we create again, right mouse click, new job. It's still a default standard job. Let's call this SMA J master. So this will be the master job that should execute everything.
Okay.
So we go inside, and as the jobs we have created before, we are going to add a row. We select now not a load, we want to select a job, so we can go back and using the jobs we have already created. So let's say we start with the static dimension job, and then we add a second one, and this is also type job, and we select the dynamic job.
Yeah, and I see that the system was smart and it didn't offer the static again since we'd already selected that.
Now, current setup here would execute two jobs in a row. So first the J-dimension static job and all the loads inside. If they are finished, then the next job would be executed. And at the end, I would like to load the cube data. So I stay with the type load, and now I select from all my loads I have the cube sales data load.
Yeah.
Right? And this is very important. You cannot execute the sales data before the dimension.
Okay, that makes sense. That's just logical. You have to do these steps before you
Correct.
do the final step.
Yeah. So you need to be sure that everything is in place before you load the data. Otherwise, you get the warnings we saw before.
Yeah.
So we save this. And another effect we have,
Ooh.
I make this a little bit bigger here. Now you see this is the full ETL project.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so everything is pulled from this Excel file, the customers, the products, the sales data, some extracts are available. The Excel file are used for building tree PC, content for the dimensions, for the customer and product dimension. We have the month dimension here, and everything is executed by the master job.
Okay, but that's really great. It means we plan all of this stuff, we set it up one time, and now we can really fully automate it.
Exactly.
That's going to save so much time in the future.
Correct. Finally, we can take a look. You can jump to we are already inside the master job, and we can execute this full job. And this takes now maybe a minute or so. And this can be scheduled on a nightly basis. So you don't have to execute all the single loads manually or single jobs manually. You can cascade, you can build multiple combinations out of this.
Yeah, and to set up when it's going to do that was behind it was called schedule button, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. That we saw before. Makes sense.
So this is actually the end of the course.
That's fantastic.
So you have everything. You can create a database. You can model a POC database with the modeler. You can use Excel reports. You can use web reports, and you can finally build a little ETL project.
All right. Thank you very much for your help, and I want to go play with my data now.
Yeah. Have fun.